I couldn't be more thrilled to have Bill Maher, the host of Real Time with Bill Maher on HBO, as my first guest tonight. I first got to know him in 1993 when I appeared on Politically Incorrect, then on Comedy Central in New York. And now, 15 years later, I'm finally the one asking the questions. Bill, thank you for being here tonight.
Arianna, this is another case of you taking a job away from an American. This is what's wrong with our immigration policy, ladies and gentlemen.
It's only for the night. Don't worry. Don't get the anti-immigrant forces against me. So, okay. Barack Obama and John McCain met today. They brought along political backups, Rahm Emanuel and Lindsey Graham. How did the meeting strike you, and what's the point of bringing along the lieutenants?
Obviously, Arianna, you've never been to a duel. They're not called lieutenants, they're called seconds, and they carry the pistols. And then each side chooses a pistol, and they walk 10 paces in the opposite direction, and they take turns shooting at each other. Hello?
And what happened? Who came out alive?
Aaron Burr.
But you know, when a reporter asked Senator McCain at the beginning of the meeting whether he would help Obama with his administration, he replied, obviously. What are your predictions?
I mean, I heard what you were saying in the intro there about it is pretty funny that, you know, you can go from one day calling a guy all these names, and then in the space of 24 hours turn around, and you're his best friend, and you're backing him, and it's obvious that I'm going to be working with the terrorist. Hello. It's funny. It reminds me in the old days of Watergate when they would float a lie, and remember the guy who said inoperative was the word. In other words, well, I tried a lie, you didn't buy it. Let me try another one. So I guess that's the way our political system works. All I know is this, Arianna. During the course of the campaign, a lot of the times we smartasses in the press would question or somehow second guess something Obama was doing. And it turned out almost at every turn that he was smarter than we were. So I'm just going to sit back for a while until he messes up. I'm not going to stick my neck on the line because this is one smart cookie. We're so used to having a president who's so much dumber than us. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Well, now maybe we've met our match.
So the same applies as far as you are concerned to his choice of Hillary Clinton as Secretary of State. The Guardian in London is reporting tonight that she will accept the position. Either way, it appears, Bill, that the Clintons are with us for at least the next 4 years in all their glory and all their psychodrama. Is this a good thing? I'm sure it's a good thing for satirists and comedians, but is it a good thing for the country?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think Hillary Clinton is very capable, as we all do, on the left and on the right. I think they would agree with that. You know, and I'm not one of those people who think that a lot of the drama comes from the Clintons. I think it comes from people covering the Clintons who don't have a life, who need to find gossip and drama somewhere. I mean, other than the incident with Monica Lewinsky, I really can't think of anything that rises to the level of horrible gossip or even lying with these people. And of course, that was nothing to begin with. You know, these are two of the most serious, devoted policy wonks this country has ever seen. And as far as people hating them and saying they're full of drama and baggage, that's everybody else projecting their issues onto the Clintons. Basically, they're boring people.
Well, you know what is great about you, Bill? That this election has turned the cynic in you into an optimist. It's as though Barack Obama has succeeded in tapping into the better angels of your nature. Next thing, we're going to be having you talking about how much you love children, and you already love animals. Is that what's happening around the country? Optimism is rampant. Vernon Jordan called it an irrational national exuberance. Are you feeling it?
Wow. Yeah, we did a sort of a tongue-in-cheek thing on our show to close the season Friday night that was in that spirit. And look, you can't fight it. As I said Friday night, you'd be stupid not to be stupid about it, to at least feel good. I mean, you have to give credit when America finally gets one right. You know, I said I went from goddamn America to goddamn America. So, you know, it's a great moment. If we've had so few moments in the last 8 years where we can be prideful and pat ourselves on the back and feel good about ourselves, and this is legitimate, and it erases so many bad things, and so many great opportunities open up. And of course, now is the perfect time because he hasn't taken office yet. So we're living in sort of this bubble, this window where reality hasn't entered in. It's just the era of hope before he actually has to get into that sewer and start dredging it. So if we can't enjoy it now, we're never going to have a moment. We need a breather to do this. So yes, I'm a pie-eyed optimist until January 20th.
And I hope beyond that, because I actually completely agree with you. I mean, I believe in redemption, I believe in regeneration, and so far, he's delivering. And at the same time, during the campaign, when McCain and the GOP tried to co-opt the patriotism argument, we are now seeing that that is not working either. And actually, we are ready to reclaim patriotism from the jingoists and their religious right. I mean, that must make you, more than anybody, particularly happy.
Yes, the liberals should never have given it away in the first place. Bush did more things that were unpatriotic than any president I can ever remember, because I defined patriotism as, you know, doing things that help the country. Well, he didn't help the country in any number of ways. And by the way, I'm not going to give Obama a free pass just because he's a charming guy and I happen to like him. I like a lot of people, but he's in a job where he has to be judged. Just to take one example, nobody's talking about Afghanistan and his job on his pledge to widen that war, which I don't necessarily think is the right thing to do. I mean, sure, it's great to have a war going. I mean, some war. You got to have some war. You can't have no wars. So if we get out of Iraq, gee, we'll be left without a war. Wouldn't that be awful? I would like to see the liberals get a little more of the debate in them on that subject.
Well, Bill, thank you so much for being with us. Bill Maher, host of HBO's Real Time. Bill will also be performing in Las Vegas this Friday and Saturday at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. Thank you.
And Sunday.
And Sunday. I said Saturday and Sunday.
And Friday.
And tomorrow.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, you can all have a long weekend in Las Vegas.
Exactly.
Every night watching Bill.